Yeah, what up, my peeps? Welcome back to another episode of Life and Times of Rack Low. But as far as meeting up daily with my low life brothers, it was always purposeful, meaningful, and legendary. Word. Always very, very legendary. But it was like having a second family, where the love and loyalty ran deep. But as at-risk youth, we were faced with a lot of adversity. Word. I mean a lot of adversity. But I know for a fact that we were able to show courage in the face of poverty and adversity, ultimately changing the course of history and predicaments for the better. But growing up, and like Marcus Garvey, and also growing up on St. John's, it was always a lively experience from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. Like the activities, it was always something to look forward to. It was always progression and upliftment, whether it was financially, personally, socially, economically, even as far as your family orientation, like, you know, building strong bonds and relationships with other people that that can ultimately, you know, stand the test of time, in which in a lot of cases definitely happen. You know, a lot of people still have strong relations, you know, from those vintage and golden era time frames. One of the main reasons we met up was to go boosting, you know what I mean? To go shoplifting, to get paid, to come up, to go out on boosting journeys and voyages and boosting sprees to get money in our pockets, or to put money in our pockets, and also to be able to have the flyest fashion that was on the market at that particular time. And also another reason why we met up was to go partying. Like partying and being out and about, that was like one of the biggest things low lifes did. We never stayed like as far as like in our communities. We always wanted to be out and about. We ventured out. We took the subway, you know what I mean? We rode cars. You know, we just always found a way to get to other places. And like some of the hip hop clubs that we would go to in Manhattan at this time, we hit clubs like the Red Zone, Midtown 43, the Octagon, Union Square. Word, Union Square was one of the clubs that Boostin' Billy used to be in. Another club was like Latin Quarters. And I also remember going to Bentley's, you know, like I was like always younger. I was always younger than the crowd. So, you know, like when it came to Bentley's, I remember like that was one of the clubs that, due to my age, I wasn't able to get in. So I remember like going to Bentley's with the crew, and like I would have to like probably wait outside until like, you know what I mean, everybody had exited the party, or the party was pretty much over, or heads decided to come out, you know what I mean, earlier, you know what I mean, then the party ended. And another ill club we used to go to was a venue. It wasn't really a club, it was a venue called Car Wash. And what was so dope about Car Wash was it didn't have like a set club or venue. It pretty much rotated around Manhattan. So, you know, I remember us being at Car Wash. We was like in the Village, and then on another occasion we was at we was at Car Wash, and we was at Urban Plaza. You know, they had the event at Urban Plaza. So it was a type of event that rotated around Manhattan, but it had some of the illest hip hop performances at Car Wash. So like that's one of the events that I will always remember and never forget. Word, Car Wash was one of my favorite spots to go to. But going to all these spots, it always resulted in us gaining capital, plus us having mass amounts of fun. Cause that's what hip hop was about in that time frame. It was about fun, you know, enjoyment. You know, like just, you know, just having that feeling and that emotion. It was all about the struggle to come up, you know, so just being on a path of, you know what I mean, progression was always a key thing. It was always like one of the things you wanted to be a part of. This photo right here is a true reflection of the SJP MGV connection. We was posted up at Reese Beach at a beach party. Word. So dope, so dope. We was coordinated with the Polo right and exact. And mind you, this fashion coordination that's illustrated, it wasn't premeditated. It happened this way because we stole a lot of the same pieces. And remember, we have found a way to get the Polo as well as create our own style and look. And because of this look, people was able to instantly know your affiliation to Lo Life. Just because of the way you looked, how you carried yourself, the style you put forth, and your whole demeanor, you know what I mean? Like your whole demeanor, your whole personality, your character, your attitude. They was able to associate you with Lo Lifes based on those characteristics. But it's some real legendary Lo Lifes in this photo right here. Teenagers on the road to starting a revolution. Word, that's ill. Based on the gear that we're wearing, you know, we were in the Polo sport era, early mid 1990s. Damn, 20 plus years ago. But yeah, the Polo sport tennisman shirts you see me, Pup, Face, and Shills and Earl Low wearing, yo, them joints right there, they were hot commodities and collectibles for Lo Lifes. We all had multiples in our wardrobes. But yo, they came in 3 different flavors: blue, green, and white. Then we have the big Polo sport rugbies, spellouts, being worn by Facelow and Foxlow, which was also very popular. The Polo Sport Collection launched in 1992, so you already know that was the height of the Lo Life movement. So we had Polo Sport in abundance. I remember seeing a Polo Sport line in all major department stores like Macy's, Lord & Taylor, and Bloomingdale's, etc, etc. But these shirts we are wearing at this beach party came straight out of Saks Fifth Avenue in Manhattan on 5th Avenue. We crept up in Saks often, but quietly, and either hit the women's section or the men's polo section. But either way, we came out paid. Yep, we G'd off to see another day.